Hello there, beautiful Emma. How are you doing?
I'm good, my darling. Thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So great to see you. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to your Superstar Self-Image podcast. So, as you might know already, the beautiful Emma Ferris and I jump on board every Monday at 12 p.m. Melbourne, Sydney time. Check what time that is wherever you are, to give you some powerful information about you and how you can be the superstar of your life, the superstar of your dream, the superstar of your goal, and the superstar of your personal life. Welcome. Make sure you give us a hello in the comments. Hello, Paula. Welcome. And there's a link up above. If you want to click on that link, if you're on Facebook, and what that will do is it will give us your name. So when you put a comment in the comment box, we'll know who we're talking to. Okay, let us know where you are from around the world. We had someone from Wisconsin. I can't say it. Wisconsin. From the state, from USA, reach out to us earlier asking when we're going to start. So here we are. Welcome to your Superstar Self-Image podcast. So last week we had our incredible personal trainer extraordinaire and one of Australia's top stylists, our incredible one and only superstar Emma Ferris. Do you remember what she was sharing with you? So we sent out an email as a recap. If you're not on our email list, please do put it in the comments, and I'll make sure that my team at Your Two Minds makes sure that you receive your weekly Your Superstar Self-Image email. But Emma spoke about get out and move your beautiful body. And she spoke about 30 minutes a day of movement of your body, and what I loved from last week's session was how Emma tied exercise into a healthy mind. So we all know that your self-image, the way you see yourself in your mind, will create your results. And that's where it starts. That's the most important element, the foundation. However, if you don't have a healthy body, then, it's even more difficult to get over some of your subconscious paradigms and programming. So who has done their homework? Who has moved their body half an hour a day?
Me.
I know Emma has. She's incredible. I must admit, there were 2 days I missed the weekend, on yesterday and the day before. So, but every other day I've moved for half an hour.
Beautiful,
So
good
who
girl.
else? Who's done their homework? Who's moved their body for 30 minutes every day last
And
week?
did
Me.
you notice? And did you notice a difference, my darling, on the days that you started where you did move your body to the days where you didn't move your body? Did you notice a bit of a mindset difference?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm not sure if it was a mindset difference, but I know whenever I start my day with your 30 minutes and also a walk. So what happened was, some of those days, there were a few days that I did your class in the morning, and then about the 3 o'clock mark, I kind of got a little bit tired, a little bit stale. So I walked out. I just went outside and walked. There was one day where my paradigms were so strong. These emotions, really strong emotions, came through, and I had to force myself outside in the cold, and I just continued to walk, and that changed my mood. And by the time I got home, I was a lot calmer. But also my afternoon walk, what it does, it helps me stay refocused. On the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I just felt a little bit guilty yesterday. We had a great day with my mother-in-law, and on Saturday I was with my own parents. It was just that little, I need to move my body, that type of feeling. So yes, but I love starting my day with your exercise program.
And I love what you just said, because the boys yesterday were starting in the afternoon, starting to have a bit of a niggle and starting to get on each other's nerves, and just noticed that the energy had started to shift. And it's funny that you say that, because I said to them, right, jackets on, beanies on, we'll just go for a quick walk around the block and see what we can see. And just doing that, that's getting them moving, getting them outside in the fresh air. We came back.
Yes.
We played a game, played a card game. My kids, seriously, my kids know poker. And yesterday my dad taught them 500. Seriously, they're gonna be, I don't know. Anyway, but that's just an aside. That physical movement where we got out and got some fresh air, you're so right. It's just that reset, isn't it, that you need to just go, right, we've got this, team. Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's so, like, the mind and the physical goes, it's so important, isn't it? So, whether, often clients talk to me about the STUCK word, feeling stuck.
Yeah.
But, whenever you're feeling that way in the day, go out and move your body. Go for a walk, get out in the fresh air, and it's amazing how much calmer and then ideas start to flow through. So, yeah, it makes a huge difference. 100%. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And we've got Olivia, the beautiful Olivia, on. She said she moved her body for half an hour. Well, we know what she was doing, don't we? She was Zumba. Anyone check out Olivia's Zumba classes. She had a Zumba class on Saturday morning, and she shakes her body in the kitchen when she's walking her dogs. Constantly Zumba. She did a Zumba class for us in Bali. She's the Zumba queen. So I'm glad you did your 30 minutes, Miss Zumba.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Well done, Olivia. Beautiful.
And so, so what are we sharing with the world today, Emma? What are we sharing? So we've spoken about importance of moving your body to your superstar self-image. So remember, your self-image is how you see yourself on the inside. The way you see yourself on the inside will determine your success, will determine how other people see you. And you know those beautiful synchronicities? I love synchronicities when you're moving towards a goal. Well, when your self-image aligns, and it's a powerful self-image that aligns with that big goal or dream that you have, then it's amazing how all of those synchronicities come into play. And, you know, no day is boring because, you know, great things happen. Things start to align. You overcome challenges a lot better. But it all starts with how you see yourself in your mind.
I love that. I love that. I love the topic that you've chosen today, success from the inside out. I love that. That
Yes.
resonates with me a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Share more, Emma.
Alrighty. Something that you've taught me that I love is imagination and playing. Imagining it how you'd like it to be. And I know I talk about my boys a lot, but they're my greatest fans, and they're also my greatest drive. But I know that has been an incredible tool for not only myself, imagining the clients that I want, imagining the day that I want, imagining things, but it has worked so well with my eldest son. So Yoey wants to be, his big C-type goal is to play NBA for the LA Lakers. And I often talk to him about all the things that you teach me, and he now has it so down pat. Susanna, you would love it. I hear him, he's out the back and he's practicing shooting. We bought him a basketball ring and he's out there shooting every day, but he's talking. So he's talking to the crowd. He's talking to people who are interviewing him. And it's amazing. And he even said the other day, he's like, oh, yeah, that's my mum. She's the one that made the banner. Yeah, embarrassing. But anyway.
Oh, that is so good. I love it. That is so good. God, I love kids.
It's amazing. And he has this running commentary, and I've heard him, like when I'm in his bedroom, I can hear him, and he's being interviewed, by these scouts, and he's talking to them about, how he knew he was always, even when I was a little boy, I knew I was going to play. Like, it's just incredible. And, reminding ourselves, and something else that happened, I don't know if you recall this, but it was about 6 months ago. The kids and I were at the park and everything was going wrong. Like, Foxy had fallen over, I'd forgotten snacks, Yoey had bumped his, like, it was just all going really badly. And I stopped and I went, no, imagine it how you want it to be. Imagine we're having the best time. We are all laughing. We are loving life. We've come together. And I just started imagining it, and no word of a lie, within a couple of minutes, boom, we were all playing this awesome game. We were all having a laugh. It was like, just, amazing. And obviously, it works with your superstar self-image as well. But it's just, it works. This stuff works.
And I love that example that you use for a number of reasons, Emma, because we have parents watching us, and sometimes kids have their challenges or they have their days just like what we do, and just honing in and changing your imagination and changing how you see it and changing how you want it, focusing on how you want it to be, how that changes the whole situation. I absolutely love that example. It's a simple everyday example that can be used, but it also shows the power of your mind and the power of your self-image 100%. And I love it because, your mind is the most powerful tool that ever exists. We've been focusing the past 2-3 weeks on your marvelous mind and your incredible heart in the Your Two Minds, coaching program. And this is my life's mission and purpose, because we're not taught enough about ourselves. You know, we have so much potential within us. Like, I studied psychology at university, you know, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, then postgraduate studies in counselling, you know, and then business. Not one of those courses taught me how to tap into this wider potential. They taught me a lot about the brain and a lot about trauma and a lot about, mental health issues, which was absolutely invaluable, incredible. But we're not taught about how to tap into the power within us. And it can be simple things like what you just shared, you know, that you did as a mother with your beautiful boys. Simple things as using your higher faculty of imagination. So we have 6 higher faculties that we're not taught about. But also when you hone in and focus, you know, I mean, Napoleon Bonaparte, he said, you know, he only focuses on his goal. When he was alive, you know, centuries ago, you know, he would only focus on his goals, and he would be so focused that all obstacles had to move out of his way. So you have the same power within you, and just by changing the way that you imagine things, from your example in the playground of, you know, it all being challenging and hard, to right, how do I want this to be? So what happens is your mind starts to take control. If you focus it, so everything is energy, and we can talk about energy on this podcast at some point if everybody wants that. You know, so if you're absolutely focused beyond a shadow of a doubt, and you're using your imagination, so that energy is flowing to and through and affecting the wavelengths of everybody else and everything else around you. So therefore, as you change, not only does your body and the way that you respond, so you're not reacting, you're responding when you use your imagination, right? So then you're going to get a reaction based on the different way that you're responding, but also on the subconscious level, on the feeling level, your boys felt the change in your energy too. So yeah. And yeah,
you're so right. And you know, obviously you've the work that you've taught me has changed, you know, my life so dramatically in the way I see myself and the way I walk and talk and my goals. But I think for me, you know, the success of my business has been incredible. But for me, the greatest gift of all of this has been how I parent and what I've been able to pass on to my children. And I love hearing them talk about imagination, and I love hearing them talk about manifesting and having goals and focusing and knowing that without any doubt they're going to achieve their goals. And I love that confidence that it has given them. They're the superstars already of their own life. NBA superstar and a ninja. I mean, what more could a mother want?
An NBA superstar and a ninja. That is so cool.
My job here is done.
Yeah. But you know what you're saying is so important to the self-image of parents and the self-image. So yes, of course, we are here to talk about business and achieving the big C type goal, but without a happy family, you know, none of that will matter as much. And so what we're talking about is the self-image that you have as a parent, but also understanding this material, you can also see your kids differently. So you're helping them develop a stronger self-image themselves. And when they understand themselves and learn about themselves and learn about how their mind works and how to create a powerful self-image that helps them respond rather than react, right? You are teaching them that they are in control of their lives, so they are no longer victims. So when there is a challenge that comes up, by teaching them to create a different self-image of who they are in response to that challenge, you are actually empowering them. And if they learn this now, like your kids are so lucky in kindergarten and primary school to have you as their mum. if they learn this now and make it a habit now, boy, oh boy, as teenagers, as adults, they're going to be unstoppable, absolutely
100%.
unstoppable. Yeah.
100%. And it's a beautiful dialogue too, that we're able to, what do you want? Imagine it differently, and I was telling them the other night about their marvelous mind, and their heart is now I don't want to get it wrong, but it's a center of divine operation. I didn't want to get the wording like the.
No, that's okay. Yeah, that was, yeah.
But they both were like, huh? And I'm like, it's okay. We just keep saying it. And, I broke it down for them. And just even that dialogue is so gorgeous to have,
Yeah, for sure. And also, as you were sharing that, yeah, absolutely. They're learning more and more about their own inner power. So therefore, they're not going to search for it, or they're less likely to search for it outside, like what a lot of adults do, because they haven't been taught about their own inner power. But also what that is teaching them is it's teaching them how other people think. How we as humans think, why people behave in a certain way. So if somebody is grumpy or mean, then immediately they start to learn, well, that person is having grumpy, mean, and lower types of thoughts and images of themselves. They are existing from a lower vibration of fear, of negativity. And that's the reason why. So they can understand it and not make it about themselves, but about what's actually going on.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. That awareness, that
Yeah.
self-talk. Yeah, beautiful. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, so very powerful. And it's so great to see that kids, have got parents like you that are sharing this information with them.
Oh, yeah, Foxy's the manifesting maestro. So,
He really is. He really is. He's incredible at manifesting. Just want to share this. So Leslie, our beautiful Leslie from Tasmania said, she is a mother and a grandmother. So this is a thing that she uses, stop. She stops midway and offers opportunity for something else to happen. That is so powerful because, you do need to stop. You need to go into the nothingness rather than stay with what's happening and create more of what's happening. And what we tend to do as adults and maybe as parents, I'm not a parent myself, but what we tend to do as adults definitely is we stay with the problem and try to get a solution from the problem. But when you stop and start from nothing, you tap into infinite possibilities. You tap into any other possibility that you choose. Love that. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you. Yeah. So, Emma, we had a little bit of a chat before we jumped on this session today. And, we're speaking about, imagination and living from the end. And of course, this is a short podcast. We don't go into too much detail about how it all works, but we want to give enough for people to actually start to put these little practices in place and start to change their life. And then if you want to, really have a change, speak to us about your superstar self-image a workshop that we have to offer. So that's where the real deep, big changes happen. But, so we were sharing about how, living from the end and what that has done for your business goal. I'd love to hear more, and I'd love for you to share with our followers of, how that was for you.
Yeah, definitely. So I think for me, the big thing was moving into the space of being her. So being Emma, who has, the successful business, the clients that, that I wanted, the amount of clients that I wanted, the type of clients that I wanted. That was something that I hadn't thought about before I started working with you. I was just sort of wanted clients.
Yes.
I didn't realize that I could actually imagine the type of clients that I could have that would be, receptive to the type of training that I have, and would be, committed and open and, loving and nurturing. And so I think, when I started to imagine being Emma with the goal fulfilled, I started to imagine, how I would talk, how I would walk, what would I say. And it was just amazing of sort of role playing at being this successful businesswoman who, had her life together and had the kind of clients that she wanted. I started to walk differently. I clearly remember, and I remember getting out at the supermarket and I had to run in quickly and get a few things. And I remember previously I would have had been looking at the ground, maybe had my jacket up, rushing in, rushing out, not making eye contact.
Yes.
And I remember because I'd started doing this, this work where I'd imagined that I was her, and I remember getting out of the car and I was making eye contact. I'm speaking to people. I walked with my shoulders back, and I held myself differently, and I was engaging with people, talking to strangers
Right.
in the
Yeah.
supermarket. And it was from that, just someone said, oh, what do you do? And just had this conversation in the supermarket, which ended up, that person then referred me on to someone, and I ended up getting a client that day because I was her. And
Yes.
I honestly remember getting back in the car and going, what just happened? Like, I was a completely different person, completely different, and I remember my walk was different. I wasn't sort of rushing in and not making eye contact, and I was, open, and I was looking at people, and definitely that. I remember getting back into the car and just going, what happened then? That was, and just every day, even, and I know you always say to us, it doesn't have to be the whole day. You don't have to live the whole day as being her. Obviously, if we could, that would be incredible. But just having moments of moving into the space of being Emma who is loved, and Emma who has a multi-million-dollar business, and Emma who has the dream house, and just how would she react? How would she respond? How would she take that phone call? How would she post that image on Instagram? And just getting into that role play and that imagination has completely changed my life. Like beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, I love that example of going to the supermarket. That's what you call a quantum leap. People think quantum leap is like from 0 to, $10 billion. And yes, that can happen, of course. But this is the quantum leap that is needed before you get the results that you want. The quantum leap has to happen from within you first. And I love your example of that. And just living from the vibration of what your life is meant to be, of who you want your life, how you want your life to be, who you want to be, that higher part of you. Otherwise, what is happening is you're living in the past. You're bringing your past to you, your childhood experiences, who you thought you were as a child, and you keep repeating it over and over and over again, and you're bringing it to the present moment. So true transformation comes with actually changing who you think you are from the inside out, and practicing that, using the same, how you used the example of imagination at the playground, using that same power of imagination to really hone in and align with that version of you. And the more you practice it, the more it's going to become your new natural state. So you're going to be vibrating at a frequency of success. And when you start, it may not feel natural. You said, after, that experience in the supermarket, you were like, whoa, what happened? Because it was something different. the emotions, the energy, that you felt from within was probably something that you're not used to experiencing. So it now means, bringing that to your everyday life, guys. Yeah. And a question that comes up, doesn't come up often, but it has come up occasionally with my clients and it came up a couple of weeks ago when I was doing a question and answer with some women leaders, and they asked about not being what's that? Oh gosh, what's the word for it? When you feel fake when you're doing it,
Authentic?
Yeah, not authentic. Yeah, authentic, but so you're feeling fake, so you're self-sabotaging, what is it? Imposter syndrome. They spoke about, imposter syndrome, and they feel like they are an imposter. Well, in actual fact, my reply to that question was, who you've been up until now is an imposter. That's the imposter, because you've been lying to yourself of who you cannot be. You've been carrying your interpretation of life, of the messages that have been given to you as a child, your upbringing, that are telling you who you are and who you are not. But that's not the truth of who you are. That's just a habit. That's a habit. So you've carried a habit that's not the truth of who you are.
Yeah.
The truth of who you are is beyond words. There's no word to describe how powerful, how amazing, how marvelous. I love the word marvelous. I ask my clients, you were on that call, Emma.
Yes. I know what it means. I know what it means.
Oh, good. To check out the dictionary meaning, the dictionary meaning of marvel. That's who you are. You've got infinite potential within you. So therefore, you moving into this new experience, a higher version of yourself, the successful version of yourself, is not an imposter. Your past has been the imposter. The lies that you've been telling yourself and your paradigms have been the imposter. So, so Emma's done her homework and checked out what marvel is in the dictionary. Maybe that's everybody else's homework for this podcast. Go to the dictionary and check out what the word marvel means. Because when you understand the meaning of what marvel is, that's the truth of who you are. You are marvelous. And we hear the word marvelous used over and over and over again, but we really don't think, we underestimate the meaning of it when we say, you've got a marvelous mind. You are marvelous, Emma. We're all marvelous. But before you take that as your truth, go and check out what marvelous actually means. And it's you. And Emma can bring her meaning, her homework with the meaning next week. We won't give it away.
Okay, I won't. My lips are sealed.
Oh, so
beautiful. I love that. I love all of that reminder. And the other thing, I remember months and months and months ago, you said to us, the graduates, you said that you'll get to a point where it doesn't even matter anymore if you haven't achieved your goal, because it will feel like you've achieved your goal. And I love that. I love, waking up and feeling like the goal fulfilled. It's just such a nice, and before I go to bed at night, I move into that space, and it's amazing. It's such a beautiful.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that. And you see, because the reason we have goals is to use more of our potential. It's not necessarily to get the thing, although getting the thing, having more money, having prosperity, having abundance, having more health, wealth in every way. And wealth to me is not just money. Wealth to me is having, health, beautiful relationships, beautiful family relationships, and abundance, and doing my own purpose, doing my gift to the world, which is, what I do in my businesses. And so it's the whole thing. It's not just about money. So yes, achieving the goal is absolutely incredible, but you have a goal because who you become, because you're tapping into more of your potential. That's the reason for a goal. And if you live from that space every day, you start tapping into a higher version of yourself. Life becomes magical. Things, synchronicities start to happen. You start to experience the world in a greater way. You're releasing endorphins in your brain. And then combine that with Emma's 30-minute, you'll be releasing even more good hormones and endorphins.
Floating.
Yeah, you'll be floating. You won't even know who you are. Like, you'll be like, whoa, who is this incredible person? So this is what superstar self-image is all about. It's all about you. Again, Em, I've loved being with you today. We can talk for hours and hours.
Okay.
But we've promised everyone half an hour, short, sharp lunch break if you're in Australia.
Yep.
Please put these practices in place. You won't know yourself by the end of the year. You won't know yourself by the end of next week if you keep doing this. I tell you now. And please check out the word marvel in the dictionary, marvelous, and apply it to you, because that's who you are. Any other suggestions, Emma? Anything else that you'd love to leave our beautiful community with?
Just imagine, play with it, have fun. Just imagine it how you want to be, and yeah, just have some fun with it. We've forgotten how to play. So
yes, remember how to play and play. I love that. And imagine it how you would love it to be. Thank you so much, beautiful, incredible people. I just want to say a shout out to Ali Walsh, who says she loves this. Thank you. And hi, lovely. Hey, lovely, from Facebook user. Hey, back. Can't see who you are. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, for following us, for supporting us. Please do tell your friends to come and join us. We are on a mission to help as many people around the world with superstar self-image. Please send us your email if you want to get the weekly snapshot of what we're talking about and the homework. And otherwise, we'll see you same time, same place next Monday. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. You are a superstar. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.